Okay, real quick, I just want to touch on something because I'm seeing like people that are like selling VKSs with slings, and they're not the way that they should be. So, um, so the Magpul slings that have this on them are convertible, so they're 2 point to 1 point. So 2 point would be like this, 1, 2, okay? 1 point would be, you take that off, you put it there, you take that off, you put it there, then this goes around your body and it's a single point. Now, that's fantastic. Here's the thing. If you're using a VKS with the factory buttstock, then you have a QD point at the back. Okay, so this is an MS3, okay? So a MS3 sling has paraclips, okay? It comes with paraclips on it, okay? And this, all right? An MS1 sling does not have that. This is an MS1 sling, okay? So it doesn't come with any ends on it, okay? And it doesn't have that, all right? So if you're using a VKS with a factory buttstock, like the Ghost, your sling point's back here. So when I do my builds, if I'm using a factory buttstock to where it's got the guide rod, then all cool, all right? If I'm not, if I'm doing a setup like this, I put one of these sling plates that have, you know, QD point, a paraclip point, whatever. Okay, here's the thing. If you're doing a setup like this and your rear sling point is all the way back here, you are wasting your money, and these are considerably more expensive. You're wasting your money putting one of these on it. Here's why. If you turn it into a single point sling, and let's remember you do want to make sure that this part goes at the back, but if you're doing it and you're turning it into a single point sling, then your point is way back here, so your weapon is gonna like hang way too low to be where it needs to be. So when I do one of these, what I do is I take a MS1 and I put a paraclip on one end of it. Boom. And then I put a Magpul QD on the other end of it. And if you've seen my videos where I like shake the heck out of these things, they're solid. Like, so that's what I do with a setup like this. All right. So this sling is a lot cheaper than that sling. If you've got a setup like this with the paraclip places, then awesome. That's, you know, awesome. Way to go. This, it's pointless because it just looks stupid. It just hangs way too low. Like, it's just not in the right place, you know. Your buttstock's going to be basically at your belt line, and your barrel's going to be like at your ankle. It just don't work. Now, Magpul does make an MS4, which an MS4 has this contraption, which is basically the equivalent of that, but with QDs as opposed to paraclips. So, and I've seen people using these back, you know, on the buttstocks back like this. Now you can, but like I say, same principle. You know, it's putting your point way too far back. So anyway, but if you do want to go, like say, like on this, if you wanted to use QDs instead, I like paraclips better, but if you want to use QDs instead, you can do that. And instead of a paraclip, you know, put a QD. And there you go, MS4. Yeah. So to recap, you know, to each their own, you can do what you want, but in my opinion, there's no point in having a 2 to 1 point sling unless you have a sling point that is somewhere that is not all the way back on the buttstock. Also, another thing though, if you're putting the QD points here, if you're going to put one on the rail here as your rear one, then it is going to hang funny. So it's going to hang at an angle, okay? I've seen people do that. It just don't really work right. I will put one on the rail up at the front and use it that way. But as far as putting both of them on the rail, you can do it, don't get me wrong, but if you do and you're trying to use the rear one as a single point, then it is going to stick out at an angle, like the barrel is going to stick out in front of the rest of it. So, you know, there you go. If you want it to hang the correct way, you need something like that. Yes. What in the world have I got in there? Anyway, icky. This is the one I've been personally carrying. This one's wanting me to carry it though. It's wanting me to carry it bad. Alright, sling time's over.